Hi, so if you're an Aries, born March 21st to April 19th, what can you expect for the month of November 2015? Let's tune in and find out. So Aries, a lot of you are making things happen. A lot of you are moving forward and have ideas about what you want to, where you want to stake your claim and are busy, making that thing happen. Some of you are still kind of climbing up the mountain, trying to figure out, am I on the right mountaintop? Am I on the right mountain peak? Am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing? Is this all there is? Isn't there more to life? So some of you are on a real different kind of journey, which is kind of like a spiritual ride where you're trying to find your use. You're trying to find your place. You're trying to have this, it's a place of self-discovery and where should my gifts be used for? What are my gifts, right? So a lot of you are going through a real soul-searching time right now, looking for a way to reveal what you should be doing in the world. And which is a really beautiful thing. And in this month, you're going to find a lot of support and a lot of fast action, because we have, first of all, Mercury's moving really, really quickly, and that energy of Mercury moving really quickly through this month, there's like nothing to stop it, right? So and for you guys, it feels like a spiritual awakening, and my heart's opening up, and this expansive quality. And we also have a big thing with Neptune going on this month. And I think actually it has to do with Aries, which would make sense now that as I'm in your energy, it's really going to expand who you are. It's gonna really have you kind of look at a broader vision. Neptune's energy has to do with us and being able to feel more expansive, more enlightened, more spiritual. It tends not to be grounded. It tends not to want to lock us in or to become pragmatic, right? And because that's not its nature. So you guys are really waking up to a greater understanding of who you are, what's your life purpose, and that could even, if you already know what that is, then it's like, how do I expand what I already have? How do I already grow what I already have? So you guys are in an expansive mode this month of expanding who you are, figuring out who you are, and then being able to allow that to open up. So let's get a little more specific. Let's start with your romantic partnerships. So for those of you that are already in a marriage or in a partnership romantically, let's look and see what you can expect for the month of November. So there's a really nice give and take energy, Aries, with your partner this month. And there's also some negotiation, some trade-off. You do this, I'll do that. You do this, I'll do that. So there's some negotiation, there's some trade-off. There's a nice coupling that's happening though, because it's not a fighting energy and it's not a compromising energy. You don't feel compromised. It just feels very back and forth and very even and feeling supported. There's going to be something around the 17th that is going to be extra special. So I don't know if that's your anniversary or a time you met, but it feels like there's an extra special something or other around November 17th that may make you feel a little more lovey-dovey, right? So all in all, it's a nice month for you guys. It feels productive and it feels good. It feels really easy flowing. Now, if you're in a relationship that has been challenged, in particular in this month, some of you may feel walked on, beat up, exhausted. And your job is just kind of roll over and get up, right? Stop being the doormat, which is weird, right? Because Aries are never really usually the doormat. But in this circumstance, it's more like you're done fighting, right? So it feels like it's time just kind of pick yourself up and move on. And you'll have the energy to be able to do that this month too. Now, for those of you that are interested in creating a romantic relationship and you're single, let's check out November for you. It's interesting. So this is a month of kind of, for you, understanding exactly what you want. This person's going to have this quality, this person's going to have that quality, this person's going to have this one. So it feels like this month is a little bit of a smorgasbord where you meet or date or see or interact with different people that are interesting, and each one brings in a kind of a different flavor for you. And you're sort of, mulling it over. Do I like this flavor? Do I like that flavor? Like, what do I like? So it's interesting, and it's very informative for you. I would recommend not choosing your entree at this time. I would recommend just going with the flow, keep sampling. Don't make anybody the one. And the reason why is because of this kind of funky, weird energy we have happening around November 25th of the full moon. We've got this kind of odd energy. Now for you, Aries, it's going to cause you to second guess, right? And generally you guys don't second guess. So it's going to cause you to second guess your decision. So it's going to be difficult for you to say, I want to go out with this person, and then that one over there is going to nag on you. You are, in your own mind. Like if you're meeting 3 or 4 different people, and by the end of the month, you're really gravitating towards one person, the doubt's going to set in about, because of these other people. And not so much about the people, but about the energy that's going on at that time, which is the way it affects you guys, is it creates more doubt. It creates a lack of clarity in you. And the way it shows up is doubt. So the thing you want to do is don't do anything, right? You just have fun, enjoy the relationships you're with. And, it's gonna shift or adjust more in December or after the first of the year for that right and significant other person. All right. So don't push anything this month. Just enjoy that relationship, those relationships, I should say. Okay, so for career, money for Aries, what can you find for November? Really nice big opening. There's a lot of listening for you. People want to hear what you have to say. People are intrigued. I see them kind of like leaning in, wanting to know more. And you're getting much better at reading your audiences. You're getting much better at intuiting what to say or how much is enough, or, when you've gone too far. So it's a really good month for your career, and even understanding your bosses or your coworkers, if you have that sort of situation, and being able to manage what's needed in the moment. So you're going to get a greater sense of what's needed in the moment, and so that you can give that, prepare for that, be prepared for it, and you'll have a lot less constriction or God, I've got to figure this out. That feels like this month that's going to be gone, and it's really a much lighter, freer month for you just to be you, right? And just hitting on all cylinders when it comes to career. Now, as far as money goes, for some of you who are wanting to start a business or wanting to do something, you've been needing a bankroll. You've needed a bank, or you've need somebody to come in to give you money or to loan something. I see that happening. See them coming in and writing the check, and no problem getting exactly what you need. Same with if you're looking for a job and you need a job, the money will be there. If you're starting something new, it feels like unless you've already just started it, I would do the other things, because remember the doubt that's going to show up, that you're going to have to do a little battle with towards the end of the month, just that kind of overriding energy. One of the ways to get through that is you really listen to your gut, right? The doubts up here in the mind, the logic, and all the what if, or is that really right? But when you really drop down into the body, you can really feel the deeper connection inside of the body to kind of rise above that, right? Because truly the astrology is given to us to help us understand what's going on, but the real work is to rise above it, to not be controlled either in the positive or in the negative by any of the astrology signs, but to really rise above it. So we do that through our knowing, through our instinct, through our perceptions, and that's connected to our body. So this is a really important for you time for you to be able to really become intuitive and to listen to that inner instinct towards the end of the month, and know how to act and respond in business. But I wouldn't use that time to actually roll out a new business. If you do it ahead of time, fine. Like if it's already up and running, great. Or if it's, if you already have plans to roll it out, well, then fine. You have everything set up already. But I wouldn't kind of like on a whim go, oh, wow, okay, on November 20th, you get a great idea, and by the 23rd, it's on the internet. And I wouldn't do that, okay? Because it's this full moon of the 25th, this Gemini full moon that has the twins, which vacillate. They go back and forth and back and forth. And in particular, in your energy, it will create doubt and mistrust of what you're doing, right? And of course it would make sense because you're seeking right now. This is a month where you're seeking, you're looking, you're observing, you're wondering what if, and where do I go from here and what's next? And so for you to have to define yourself in a specific way it's like putting, a round peg in a square hole, right? It's weird. It doesn't quite fit. It's odd. And so you're going to have a little bit of a struggle with that in whatever you're trying to manifest this month. But you'll figure it out. You'll figure out how to get that to work. And part of it is just kind of letting go, surrendering, asking questions of people who know you, and you'll get along just fine. Okay, so Aries. Let's see. One last thing for Aries for your health here. Okay, we just talked about listening to your body and feeling good about your body. I'm not really picking up too much of any challenges this month for you, Aries. It really feels more about staying focused and staying present to what you're doing so that you can avoid any injury to yourself. And what I mean by that is just like when accidents happen when we don't pay attention. So as long as you're paying attention this month, you're going to be fine. So all that means is, the obvious things that that I shouldn't have to tell you, like don't drink and drive, right? Like don't text and walk downstairs, things like that, right? So good common sense, balance within the body, and you'll be fine. You won't have any weird things. Some of you have some back issues right now that you're dealing with that I can really feel it in my energy. This month, anything slow movement for you, slow and flowing. So any sort of stretching, massage would be really good for you. Even a steam room, swimming, anything that's gentle and that can elongate that. And then of course, as you let go of your own fears, around this, look at what's off in your life or look at what you're struggling with. The emotional component of that, the pressure you put on yourself probably has a lot to do with the back pain. So the faster you can figure that out, the faster the back pain lifts. And I do a lot of that work with my clients. So if you have, if you need it, you can go to my website, peggyrometo.com, and check it out how I work with people. But a lot of the mind-body connection, I'm able to do energy work with that helps to release it for you through understanding what's going on for you. Okay, and you guys are reaching this spiritual level now where you can start to do this for yourself. Really becoming more in tune. All right, guys, have an amazing month. I'm so excited for you, Aries. I mean, having the spiritual awakening and the expansion or the expansive qualities that are going on for you right now, it's just the best. It's really so much fun, and it's really an interesting time for you. So have an amazing month, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. And if you like my intuitive astrology, please share it with your friends. Thanks a lot. Have a great week, everybody, too.